Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello and happy day before 4th of July. It is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. It is a hump day and the day before the always anticipated holiday, 4th of July, the birthday of our country, with lots of fireworks and food and fun and family. And a lot of people are getting Friday off as well, since it is falling on a Thursday this year. I, the hopefulist, will be taking off tomorrow, Thursday, so that I can spend some time with my honey bunny. But I will be back on Friday. So do not worry. You will not miss out on your final daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Of course, just in time for the holiday, there is a report of an 800-pound shark pinging off the coast of Cape May, New Jersey, just about an hour south of us here in the Long Beach Island area. So we talked about this at Memorial Day. There was a shark in the area. Now here it is again, another big, huge holiday, just like in the movie Jaws. And there's an 800-pound shark just swimming around, probably hungry, looking for a little foot, maybe looking for a big leg. I don't know. I won't be going in the water. I won't be going anywhere near the beaches this week. And I don't typically go to the beaches to begin with. I left the house yesterday. What time did I leave the house? Probably about 11 o'clock. Because I had this great idea. I get my medication from CVS. So I have it on automatic refill, and they just shoot me a text when my prescription is ready to be picked up. Now, if I do not pick it up right away, they consistently text me until I do. It's a little bit annoying. So I thought, okay, yesterday morning I got the text about my medication being ready, which is on the island. The CVS is on the island. And I don't mind going over to the island. It's the traffic that kills me. So I thought, all right, let me go to the island, pick that up. Then I wanted to go to the library because I had a couple of books on hold. And then let me swing by Home Depot because I wanted to get I wanted to get some more flowers for out front because my one flower that came back from last year started out good, but it's slowly just, fizzled out. So I wanted to get something new to replace that with. And maybe one more tomato plant because I'm a little tomato crazy this year. I'm having a little bit of success. So I'm like, going whole hog on the tomato growing this year. The thing is, once you start eating, because I've had the one plant that I bought early in the season is already producing tomatoes. They just taste so much better. Oh my goodness, they're so delicious. I don't want these stupid store-bought ones anymore. They're not nearly as sweet and juicy as these homegrowns. So I went to the store yesterday and I found a plant that already has a couple of tomatoes growing on it. So I'm hoping that will, produce a few tomatoes earlier than the two new plants that I planted on Monday. So, yeah, I'm going a little crazy. My husband came home yesterday and he goes, because I told him, I was like, oh my God, traffic is nuts. And he's like, well, where did you go? Because I don't typically go anywhere because I'm happy here. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need to do anything. So I was like, well, I went to Home Depot. And he's like, oh, gosh, what's she buying at Home Depot? So when he got home, I was like, I bought another tomato plant. I know. It'll because he doesn't even like tomatoes. I just can't believe how much he misses out on the deliciousness of summer. Corn on the cob and fresh Jersey tomatoes. Nothing better. Am I right? I am right. Absolutely. So traffic has been insane. I sat in traffic like you wouldn't believe yesterday. Now, CVS on the island has always been very busy, but now they just opened up that Hotel LBI, kind of backed up to the CVS. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but as I was pulling into the CVS parking lot, there was not a parking space to be had. So what was happening is all these cars were pulling in and just stopping and waiting to see if a parking spot opened up. I wasn't even going to park. They have a drive-through. So I was going to just go to the drive-through. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you it took me 5 minutes, 5 whole minutes, which is a long time when you're just sitting in your car waiting to get somewhere, to go around the parking lot to the other side where the drive-through is. When I got to the drive-through, I was shocked and amazed and very happy to see there was only one car in line at the drive-through. Well, that car, I don't know, it took them 10 minutes to get their medication. I have no idea why it would take so long. If it wasn't ready, you would think they would tell them, pull up, sit somewhere, we'll bring it out when it's ready, or, like they do with fast food. But I sat there for a good 10 minutes. Then about 2 or 3 cars pulled up behind me. So it's like a typical drive-through. Then I was boxed in. I couldn't even change my mind and come back at another time. So I was stuck there. Listen, I didn't have anything to do. It was fine. It's just a little bit annoying to be sitting around doing nothing. I was listening to my music. It was all good. It was all good. But back to the sharks. I had mentioned before about the Jaws movie being shown to people who are floating in the water. My friend Megan had shared with me a post. There is a place called Sweetwater River Deck in New Jersey. She said it's about a half hour from where we live. And they are going to be showing Jaws tonight, where you can watch the movie in the Mullica River in a float. Bring your own float, people. BYOF. Bring your own float. He said it'd be great if you brought your float already inflated, but they do have some air compressors on site if you need it. The movie will start at dusk. No, thank you. I don't know. Like I said, when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, that would be so cool. But then I worry about, people are going to try and scare each other and all that. I don't like being scared. I just don't like being scared, especially when the fear is of being eaten by a shark. So this is in the Mullica River. The chances of a shark being in a river, very slim. So I don't know. I'm not going to this tonight, but had I known about it more in advance, maybe. Again, I'm not leaving the house. I am not leaving the house until at least Monday. The traffic out there is insane. I mean, and this is typical. I mean, it's July 4th, and I live at the shore, so of course it's going to be crazy. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to tell you about. Something fun that I saw this morning on the news, there is a new challenge afoot. Some of the celebrities are doing it. It's called the Bottle Cap Challenge. Now, this is what you have to do. You roundhouse kick. You know what the roundhouse kick is, where you're just standing on your legs and then you kind of lean over a little bit. You bring your leg around from the back and then you kind of knock the cap off with your foot. They're using the twisty type caps, and I don't think they're twisted on very much because, it's just one shot to kind of get that twisted off real quick and then it flies off or whatever. So this appears to be the new thing. I don't know. I see myself getting terrible foot cramps by trying to take this challenge. But some of the celebrities are doing it. They have John Mayer on video doing it. Also, what's her name? Ellie Goulding is doing it. So I don't know. You want to try the Bottle Cap Challenge over the weekend? If you do, post a video of it on the Hopefulist group page. I would love to see it. So, I've got a little bit of news for you. News you probably will not like. Are you a fan of the ceiling fan? I didn't even realize I was doing that. You get it? A fan of the ceiling fan. Oh, gosh, I cracked myself up. Okay, so there is a study that is out that's saying sleeping with a ceiling fan is very bad for your health. I know, right? What? According to this article that was posted by McGill Media, there are many reasons you should stop leaving your fan on while you're sleeping. Your body could be greatly affected because of the fan's air. Fans can cause a lot of health problems that you have no idea about. Now, some people wake up the next morning feeling some of the symptoms that the fan's air causes. People with allergies and asthma often wake up with an irritating sensation in their noses, and the struggle is real as the symptoms double, with their noses being extra sensitive to the dry air. Another thing a fan could cause is called a drying effect. This means that people wake up in the morning feeling weary for no reason, and they also feel thirsty and dehydrated. Fans are also the reason that some people have dry eyes and clogged noses. The fan's dry air is also known to be the reason nosebleeds in people who have a history of them with the condition have a little bit of a bout with them. I don't know. We obviously know now what we know. Are we going to change our habits? I don't know if I could sleep without the fan. Now, we don't typically sleep with the ceiling fan on in the wintertime. I used to keep it on all year round, but we had stopped doing that. And now we just do it in the summertime. But then, of course, once fall comes around and you want to stop using it, when Joe wants to stop using it, or excuse me, I don't know what I'm saying today. I'm very excited for the holiday. When I want to stop using it, Joe might not want to stop using it. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, like I said, it's supposedly very bad for you, and we are using it every night. I don't think I'm going to change that. Are you going to change that? Are you all of a sudden going to go, oh, nope, not sleeping with my fan on? I think that it's so hard to give up a habit like that because it's so, it's part of our routine. It's how we fall asleep. And, you're going to be hotter without a fan, and that's not going to make you sleep good. I don't know. I'm not giving it up for now. We'll see what happens. But they're right. I do get some of those symptoms that they're talking about. I wake up a little stuffed up and a little, I think I wake up dry and dehydrated just because I was sleeping for 7 or 8 hours and I didn't have any water. But we'll, whatever. So I'm going to move on to my topic. And today's topic is, what do you look forward to the most on 4th of July? Now, I knew instantly when I posted this, my sister Michelle would write, fireworks. She loves fireworks. She makes her family go near and far to go see fireworks. If she lived where I lived, she wouldn't have to leave her deck. Now, tomorrow night, it will be like a war zone at my house. And I used to love fireworks, but they shoot them off so often around here, and they often wake me up, that I have not been a fan much the last couple of years. But I am bracing myself for tomorrow night, and I will enjoy the ones that I see tomorrow night. It's the ones that go off at midnight on a random Friday or a random Tuesday that I really kind of have an issue with. I wanted to tell you about one of my favorite, probably my favorite 4th of July ever. And it's one of those situations where I was living in Roxborough at the time. I was alone. I had no plans for July 4th. And my upstairs neighbor was walking past my door, and she's like, hey, we're going up to the art museum for the fireworks and the free concert. Do you want to come with us? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to kind of, hang in tonight. Not a big deal. She's like, go. Just go. So I'm like, all right. So what we did is we piled all our bikes onto her bike rack, drove. Where did we drive to? We drove just an area where we could ride our bikes up to the art museum so that we didn't have to worry about trying to drive into an area that was going to be completely packed. We were off the beaten path, and we rode our bikes maybe about 3 or 4 miles. So it was a hefty little bike ride. I mean, it wasn't too much or anything. I'm just saying that we parked that far away. Took our bikes in, kind of rummaged around. Sheryl Crow was playing that year, and I was not much of a fan of hers at the time, but what often happens when you see somebody in concert, you become a fan because she was just so nice, and she just really seemed to be into her show and was playing to the crowd. And I love that because I've seen so many concerts where they act like they're doing you a favor by being up there after you've paid so much money. But this was a free concert. I'm sure she was paid by the city, but then the city is famous, Philadelphia I'm referring to, for putting fireworks off at the art museum. They used to do fireworks at Penn's Landing, and I think they still do at New Year's Eve.